Hi guys, so today I am 13 weeks and 6 days, so that's good, but I have a bit of an update. I'm actually in bed. I've been put on bed rest for I don't know how long. So what happened was on Sunday, which was just 3 days ago, I'd woken up early in the morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning, with like a lot of chest pain, and I didn't really think anything of it. I thought it was just maybe like my back was hurting, so it was like making my chest hurt. So I just kind of got up, I took some Tylenol and I went back to bed. Well, a few hours later, I woke up in pain again, and I just wasn't feeling right, and then I noticed also that I started spotting, but it was brown. And so I've been doing that through this pregnancy, so I thought, okay, no big deal, it's just the normal, spotting. So I was just kind of like laying low and laying around, and I had to work that night anyways. So about 1 o'clock, I woke up from my nap, and I was bleeding. Like, not spotting, I was bleeding. And all I just remember is screaming to my husband, because he was in the living room, to come, and he came in, took one look, and like, I swear, his face turned white. It was so scary. So immediately, he starts throwing clothes at me and helping me get dressed, and we go to the emergency room, and they take me right in. So, I didn't even think the chest pain was really that big of a deal, but they made that kind of more of a big deal than the bleeding. I mean, they were more concerned about that, and I was like, okay, just make sure the babies are okay. That's all I care about. I thought, oh my gosh, I finally get to the second trimester, and now something bad is happening. I couldn't believe it. So, 6.5 hours we spent in the ER on Sunday, which was a lot of fun. They took me for an ultrasound, and it was taking the tech forever to like tell me anything. And finally, I just said, "Can you just tell me that they're okay?" And she says, "Yes, I have 2 heartbeats." So I was like, okay, that's all I care about, And so then my bladder was really full for like the first part of the ultrasound that they needed. So then she let me go use the bathroom. So I kind of had to pass my husband outside, and I just put up 2 fingers, and I told him, basically that we still have 2 babies. So I wanted him to kind of relax. And what was gross though is I had to like walk into the bathroom barefoot. I swear, I felt like my feet were curling in on themselves. Like, you don't go into bathrooms barefoot. Like, why did that tech make me do that? Ugh, so gross. And, but anyways, then she continued the ultrasound. It took a really long time, but I guess they were getting measurements of everything. And she gave me probably some of the best pictures that I have. Let me show you. Ugh. So, I don't know if you can see, but this top one here is baby A. It's not always like the best because this baby's very active. But the picture that got me really excited was that she actually got them together. I don't know if you can see that, but we never really get good shots of them together because of their, like, how they're positioned inside. So it's really cool. And then of course we got our precious little baby B right there's profile. So that was really cool that she gave me pictures, because I guess like they're not really supposed to. So that was really cool. She said that she felt for us, and she just said that she got some good shots, so she wanted to give them to us. So that was really sweet. And oh, and then she had told me in the middle of the ultrasound, "Oh, did they tell you the sex of the babies yet?" I'm like, "No." But I'm dying to know, and I said, "What, can you tell?" And she was kind of taking a minute. She's like, "Well," I'm like, "Okay, off the record, I won't hold you to it, just what's your guess?" And she was kind of taking a while and hemming and hawing, and she was really like on baby B for like a long time. And then she's like, "Oh, I can't tell." I'm like, that sucks. So what I'm thinking is that baby B, it might be a boy, because usually you can tell boys a lot earlier, but I don't know why she just wouldn't tell me. It was so annoying. Anyways, so then the doctor tells me that some of my blood results came back abnormal for that I might possibly have a blood clot in my lungs. Great, that could be why I have chest pain. What's so funny is that I'm kind of a hypochondriac, so the one time that I don't freak about something is the one time it could be something terrible. What is that all about? So, they take me for a CAT scan. Now, what they tell me is, as they're wheeling me in, they're going, "Oh, did your doctor go over all the risks for this to the babies?" I'm all, "No." They're like, "Well, it's radiation, and we'll do our best to keep your belly covered and with the lead aprons." I was like, oh my gosh, don't make me choose. But then they put me in the machine, and then they put iodine in, I guess, to get like better views. And he's like, just so you know, you're going to feel really hot. Okay, they're not kidding. It was like I was on fire. And it was like from my ears, like down to my toes. And it's like weird because you could almost like feel it like in your belly too. Like everything was just smoldering hot. And he was laughing. He was saying, well, usually when you're further along, the babies really start jumping around because I guess that they can feel it too. And they're like, whoa, what the hell was that, But so it just sucks that I had to kind of like take that risk with the babies. But I guess it was more important to find out if I had a blood clot or not. But thank God that came back normal. And basically they don't know why I bled. They don't know what the chest pain is from. Nothing. They bottom line, they probably think the chest pain is just muscular, which is fine. But the bleeding, like I was talking to my OB, we had emailed like back and forth, and he said, well, reading everything, he says, usually bleeding is from a placenta or your cervix is dilating. He says, and none of those were found. So we're just going to call it a threatened miscarriage. I'm like, ugh, what an awful term. Well, more like they call it a threatened abortion. I don't like that term at all. So I asked him because the ER doctor had put me on bed rest for a week, if he wanted me to continue the bed rest. And he says, yeah, I want you to continue it, and I want to see you in my office next week. So here I am, stuck in bed, staring at, this is what I stare at all day long, besides the TV. I'm really bored, but I'll do anything for the babies. I've been having kind of like some cramping, so that makes me nervous, but the red bleeding has stopped, so that's the most important. So I don't know, these babies still need a lot of time to cook. I'll be 14 weeks tomorrow. So anyways, just kind of wanted to give you guys an update. I know I probably look like hell because I'm just so tired, and I can't really get out of bed for long periods of time, and ugh. So anyways, that's it. Just keep the babies in your prayers, and that they're okay, and that they continue to grow, and we get to bring these babies home. So thanks again. Bye.